Dangle here from WrestleTalk.com and WrestleTalk Interviews, and I've got two very special guests who were actually kind of approaching 1 year since they signed with WWE, well, have just passed 1 year since they signed with WWE. So very much looking forward to this interview. We've got Pretty Deadly here, Lewis Howley and Sam Stocker. Guys, how you doing?
Yeah, yes, good. Thank you, Louis. How are you, Louis?
I'm good. I think you can see by my hat, lockdown's kind of it's getting into full swing now. I've got the full lockdown hair going on.
You're hiding that barnet now. Get that hat off.
See, not awful. Apparently, it is awful. All right. Well, listen. I'll be.
Keep the hat on.
I'll have the hair like you guys soon, and you can't be too far. But on that note, how have you guys found sort of the last? I keep saying last few months, but it's been sort of 9 months. How have you kept focused on what you've been trying to do? How have you kept fit in terms of inside the ring and things like that? I guess we'll start with you, Lewis, for that one.
Yeah, I mean, as it has been for everyone, it's been, a roller coaster of a like you say 9 months now. It's in every aspect, mentally, physically. But one thing that always helps, Louis, is we got each other. And that will get you through any hard time. But in terms of specifics, we actually brought a ring during the summer. So that was one of the main ways we managed to keep fit, keep on the ball. And, we live and breathe tag wrestling. So it's all we do. It's all we think about. It's all we talk about. It's not all we talk about. We got a lot to talk about. But we talk about a lot. We do talk about a lot. But, so we just used it as, it's time that we can just get our heads down and get on it, and the playbook got, thicker and thicker through that time, which I think you saw as, we're undefeated in tag action so far, boy. Number one contenders now as well. Soon to be what? Soon to be the NXT UK Tag Team Champions. Isn't that right, Louis?
Oh, confident. I'll back it. I'll back it. Yes, I'll support it.
Yes, boy.
So you spoke about being like sort of basically living, breathing tag team wrestling. I think tag team wrestling is kind of an art and a part of wrestling that isn't as appreciated probably as it should be. So I guess we'll start with you for this one, Sam. Why is tag wrestling so great in your view? And if, for example, someone listening to this or watching this isn't the biggest fan of tag wrestling, I guess give us the sales pitch. Why is tag wrestling so important?
Go on, boy.
I mean, you said it before in the question. It's unique. There's something different to offer, and it is special. When done the right way, it is special. We're looking at not 2 men, but 4 men.
Double the fun.
2 teams. It's twice the personalities. It's twice the fighting, the entertainment. There's so much. There's these rules. If I'm in the ring, Lewis is on the apron. Lewis just can't run in randomly. Lewis just can't get involved. We have to make this tag. We have to work together. It's a conscious effort to work together to win the match. And there's so many elements in that which make it great. We're trying to work together while working against the other team. As Lewis mentioned, we've got this playbook of tactics, and you'll see in our matches, we use this, and the things we do in the ring, you don't get to see in a singles match. Mm-hmm. So truly, it's a special attraction. And truly, I think it's better than singles wrestling. I think it's more entertaining. I think if you look at, NXT takeovers or you look at pay-per-views over the past 5 years, people are sleeping on these tag matches. Yep. These are the best tag matches we're seeing. And they're great. And people say they're great, but they're great enough to be at the main event. They truly are. And I think that's what they're going to try and bring going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to your guys' match with Gallus. Obviously, you guys became number one contenders. Going to be next in line to face them. I'm sure you're hoping will be next in line to win the tag titles. So, sort of take us through how it feels to be number one contenders, how it feels to be sort of one step away from winning the tag titles that are, by the way, the best looking tag titles I think I've seen in quite a long time.
Did you call us the best looking tag team?
I think I heard that as well. Was that what you said?
Did you say?
I think you've got proper selective hearing. Have you guys got headphones in or?
No,
what did you say?
I think we heard the right thing. I think we heard it right.
What did you say, Louis?
Take it as you will. Take it as you will.
But yeah, no, we are the best looking tag team in NXT UK, and we will soon hold the best tag belts, in the company, exactly, which will be very exciting.
It makes sense. I guess what was the question?
What was the question? I got distracted by you calling us good looking.
You've charmed us.
Yeah, you have.
I would just like to say I didn't say that, but hey ho. How does it feel to be number one contender, sort of one step closer to the tag titles?
It feels right. It feels like where we're supposed to be at this time. We feel so confident going forward into this title match. We're just waiting. You know, I don't know if it's this Thursday for the show or next Thursday, but we're waiting to sign these contracts. You know, we want to get the match signed because we're ready. Every day since winning, we've had long, in-depth, hours-long conversations about this upcoming match. And we're not going to lose. We're not going to let this opportunity go. This is our moment and our time. And we're buzzing.
Yeah, do you know what? Also, it just feels good, Louis, you know? It just feels good.
I'm sure. And I want to speak a little bit more generally about NXT UK because, like I mentioned earlier with tag team wrestling, I think NXT UK is being slept on as well. There's some of the, I think for me, the best match of last year anywhere was Walter versus Ilya Dragunov. And I don't think a lot of people caught that, unfortunately, because NXT UK is just a brand that's not getting as many eyes as it should. So I guess like I did with the tag team stuff, can you give us a bit of a sales pitch for NXT UK, what people can expect if they tune into the shows, obviously where they can tune into the shows, more importantly, and sort of give us a flavor about what NXT UK really is.
I used to sell gym memberships. You ready for this, Louis?
Go on.
You ready for this?
Right? Get ready.
You ready for this? You're not excited enough. Give me some, Louis. Give me some.
Go on, I'm ready. Go on, hit me.
All right. NXT UK is the best wrestling product on the market, available anywhere, all right? You're going to see drama. You're going to see action. You're going to see flying. You're going to see flipping. You're going to see hard hitting. And do you know where you can catch that, Louis? You can catch it on the WWE Network. Ooh. You can catch it on BT Sport. You can catch it on Paramount. There's 3 different platforms for you there. Even go and watch Walter versus Ilya. Anyone, go and watch it. And that is a sales pitch in itself. You watch that, you know, you're going to watch the show from then on. It's got everything you need. And you know what it's got? It's got a bit more, Louis. There you go.
I tell you what, if I ever need to sell anything, I'm going to come to you to make sure it gets sold. Because that was impressive.
Strong.
I come at a price, but, you know, worth
What's your commission? 15, 20%?
You're way off. I want 90.
Ooh, bit steep. But yeah, I mean, NXT UK is absolutely fantastic, and we've seen over the last couple of weeks, a couple of months really, you've really made some great additions to the roster as well. Rampage Brown has come in, Charles Samuels has come in, Miko Satomura has come in. I mean, there was a whole announcement last week of some of the amazing talent that NXT UK has now signed. Sort of speak to us about what it feels like to have those great additions. I mean, Miko, for example, one of the best women's wrestlers anywhere. Rampage Brown, probably if you ask anyone that's known the UK independent scene or been around the UK independent scene, they'll say he's one of the best heavyweights in the world. So speak to us about what it feels like to have those great names attached with NXT UK. Like yourselves, I know you guys did a lot of work on the UK scene as well.
Yeah, I think that's the great thing about NXT and NXT UK. We've seen it plenty of times in NXT in America. You get people coming in that are legends, you get people coming in that are brand new, and you get experienced players, and they all make a difference and they all make an impact in their own way. You know, we had Jushin Thunder Liger in NXT America, and we saw that going up against Tyler Breeze, who's now an established star. And I feel like that's the taste of what we're getting in NXT UK. Can you taste it? Can you taste it?
That's nice, that.
So Rampage Brown will come in, Mako will come in. These guys have been wrestling for 20 years. These guys are veterans. They're at the top of their game. However, then you've got new stars that you might not know of, you should know of, but Pretty Deadly are here. And we're just as good, if not definitely better, than these veterans. You get a taste of everything. I think, again, as I make the comparison to NXT in America, if you look at that show 5 years ago, that was being slept on. That was smaller. You look at it now, it's just as big as anything out there. And this will be NXT UK in 5 years' time. It'll be bigger. People will be awake. The eyes are opened.
Yeah, because like you said earlier, you know, the product is being slept on, and you know, we firmly believe that in ring is probably the best wrestling available.
Strong.
And we're in a situation now where you can't be around so many good people and not be better, you know. So with the addition of all them people now, all it's going to do is just improve people's game even more. And you know, it's gonna get pretty impressive, you know, pretty tasty. You're quite tasty, actually. I'd say.
Taste me.
You're a tasty snack, boy.
Oh,
Yes, boy.
You're a dish.
Oh, thank
Shall
you.
shall I leave you two? Shall I?
If you don't mind, Louis,
Yeah.
yes, please.
Yeah, we get excited.
Obviously, you guys are running the shows at the moment from BT Studios in over here in the UK. The shows have been great, but obviously no fans there at the moment, which is something that we were seeing sort of in the US. Obviously, with things with different countries, different restrictions. How have you found the wrestling in front of no fans? What is it like, sort of being there in the ring? What are the main differences? And I presume you guys are just looking forward to getting fans back in the arenas.
For sure, I think we're excited for fans to come back, and when we can do that in the best, safest way possible, you will see that coming up. As for the current situation with no fans, how are we feeling?
It's different, as I'm sure you've heard a lot of people say. It puts you in a different mindset. You have to change your game plan. You have to work differently. But it's been good. It's been a challenge for us and for everyone. And I think what it's done is I do think it's actually contributed to people performing better in the ring, because there's no distractions.
Yeah.
So everyone, all it is we're just wrestling. We're just trying to beat the other person, and we're just trying to win. And I think that really has, that puts on even more of a show. And the beauty for us is when we do go back to having crowds, sure, it will be fun. But numpties like Flash Morgan Webster, Ashton Smith,
Oliver Carter,
they're so bothered by what the people think that they get distracted even easier. So me and Sam, we'd be like taking sweets from a baby boy. We'd be laughing, you know what I mean?
I think we're undefeated now with no crowd. Let's get that crowd in. Let's rile them up and just have them relish in more victories.
Oh, a relish, boy. I would love that.
Spread it on toast.
Spread it, boy.
Well, I'm hopefully looking forward to seeing that at some point this year. Another sort of note, at takeovers, we have seen some sort of main roster talent come over. We've seen Finn Balor, when he was part of the main roster, work with Jordan Devlin. We've also seen Cesaro work with Ilya Dragunov. So if I said to you guys, listen, you've got the book, you can book yourselves in a tag match against a tag team from either the main roster, or if you wanted to choose one from NXT UK to take place on a takeover, who would it be? And sort of give us a bit of a reason why.
Oh, yes, boy.
All right. So
that's two top contenders.
We'll take one each.
All right, go on, off you can go first. Boy.
All right. So let's imagine it. It's a few weeks from now.
Send me a seat.
We've beaten Gallus because we will.
Yeah.
And we're NXT UK tag team champions.
So we're holding them. We're looking good.
How good?
Very good.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
The team I think we're going to face, the New Day.
Ooh.
I want the New Day.
And now you'd enjoy that, wouldn't you, Louis? You'd enjoy
I
that.
would.
Any iteration. Give me Biggie, give me Kofi, give me Xavier. 2 of the 3. We'll have the third one over there.
Okay. And tell you what, maybe in the build-up there's a 6-man. Who's the third member of Pretty Deadly?
Well, it's not you, Louis. That's what
Not
I
me.
said.
So, with the hair that I showed you guys at the beginning, it can't be me.
Hey, man, but in a year's time, maybe it could be. Once that bad boy grows out.
Exactly. So if you had to pick like a third man that sort of would fit in the group with you guys, who would it be?
That's difficult.
We're not often lost for words, but
that's,
you've stumped us there, I think, because who could be as good as us, or like look good, or who? Sorry, Louis.
It's all right. Take your time.
Should we go? I think so. Yeah, go on, boy. You tell him. Yeah.
So we've decided.
Okay.
It's the New Day versus Pretty Deadly. This is Pretty Deadly version 2.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to bring someone who recently has hit some milestones. A legend, a Hall of Famer. Edge.
Damn.
We know he's got it in us. We've seen his tag team days. We've seen the shirts he wears. We've seen his hair. He was a good looking lad. He still is. But we want the old Edge. We want that Pretty Deadly Edge.
I like it. Guys, sort it out. Try and get it. I want it.
We'll see what we can do for you. We'll see what we can do.
Purely for me. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for this interview. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you guys, learn a bit more about NXT UK. Obviously, as you mentioned, on BT Sport on Thursday nights, and then the WWE Network as well, or Paramount as well over here in the UK. You guys have obviously got a pretty big match with Gallus coming up, which people should definitely be checking out. But in the meantime, sort of give us the plugs. Where can we find you guys on social media and keep up to date with what you've going on in the meantime?
Oh, you can catch us on @Lewis Howley on Instagram and @Lewis Howley on Twitter. You can catch Sam on
Twitter and Instagram is at Sam Stoker. I think we're about to get pretty heavy on them social medias. You'll see all the content leading up to this big championship match. And then we're going to win the championship. So you probably get a lot of celebratory photos, videos.
You're a lot.
You're in for a treat coming up.
That you are.
Any of you two good at Photoshop?
Not really.
What I'm thinking, you guys stand a bit far apart when you win the tag titles, and Photoshop Edge in the middle.
Oh,
I'll do.
You know the Triple H point, the classic Triple H point. We'll try and get an Edge point.
All right, we may need your help, Louis, but let's get it done.
I know, people. I'll try.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much. Been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully we'll get to catch up with you guys with your tag team titles around your shoulders.
Let's do it.
You will.
Let's do it. Thank you, Louis.
See you later, mate.